And it is the first Tuesday of the month, a time we have slotted for updates from the Dayton Area Chamber of Commerce with its distinguished president, Phil Parker. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Dan.
Thanks for joining us.
You
Appreciate
bet.
it.
Thanks.
Hey, let's talk about the lingering effects of the automatic budget cuts called sequestration,
Right.
still being felt here in the Dayton region.
You bet.
But is there light at the end of the tunnel in your mind now?
I think so. You know, Congress has certainly been talking about it. They haven't done a lot yet, but they've certainly been talking about it because they know what they did, what they put in place was the wrong way of trying to correct a budget issue. There's still certainly issues that they have to deal with, but I think that there's a better way. You know, there's been all these rumors about should we cut the numbers of our armed forces? Should we cut their pay? Should we cut their benefits? You know, things like that are very serious. You know, just recently I was out of the country and the world news was about our embassies closing, you know, in certain parts of the world because of certain terror threats. I think we still have to be very careful about making sure that our country has a strong military. But that doesn't mean that we can't find some ways of correcting this sequestration issue.
Also, with Congress leaving for summer break without really passing any meaningful legislation with the Affordable Care Act, what kind of mood are some of our businesses in now without having solid information which they can plan for fiscal 2014?
Well, I think that is one of the big frustrations, that the communication and the information just isn't out there from the federal government. It's just been too slow. We've been trying to provide as much information as we can to our members through a number of communication tools. But I will tell you that there is a lot of folks that are uneasy about this because they don't know what to do. They don't know the timing. And now they're starting to hear things we've seen in the media through stations like yours and other places that talks about what the increases might be for employees and employers. So I think there's a lot of concern still yet out there.
Phil, with the minute we have left here, I wanted to touch upon, you mentioned you're out of the country, and you shared with me that you were in Cuba.
I was.
With a contingency here from the Dayton region.
That's right.
What did you find out?
Well, I found out that something I knew already. The Cuban people are very warm. They love the United States. They approached us many, many times, thanking us for being down there. I believe that in short order, maybe in the next decade or so, that we're going to see enough changes in Cuba that hopefully our diplomatic relations will change and improve. There's great opportunity for trade, there's great opportunity for tourism, there's great opportunity between our two countries, and I hope that that will occur someday in the future. Are they ready? Are we ready yet today? No, but I think it's going to happen someday.
How can Dayton directly benefit from a Cuban openness?
Well, you know, if indeed it does become more open, like a lot of other European and Asian countries have that have taken more entrepreneurial and I don't want to say capitalistic, but a more free trade type of behavior, you know, the manufacturing, the labor costs, the manufacturing, the ability for people to produce product down there, the literacy rate is extremely high down there. So there's great opportunities. We're a manufacturing town. We're a military town, but we're also a manufacturing town. I think that there's great opportunity. You got deep water ports in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Tampa. I think that there's a lot of opportunity for us to do business down there.
Just the tourism part of it would excite
tourism
me.
too.
I'd love to get there. Well, Phil, thanks so much for joining us this
Dan.
morning and sharing what you know, and we do appreciate your leadership. 8:24.